Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in the Half Shell, Writers of the Half Wit. Wow, 2 Michael Bay inspired films in one summer. There's nothing funny you can say about that. Fact of the matter is, as depressing as that is, it could have been much darker. Never mind Michael Bay's involvement, he who shall not be named almost directed this one. Oh, but why did you name him every time? Instead, we have writer-director Jonathan Liebsman, an artist who brought us... I'm sorry. Artist. I'm okay. A filmmaker who has brought us Wrath of the Titans, Battle Los Angeles, and Darkness Falls. Darkness Falls. No, on second thought, there might be a joke about this. So you have this mega producer who's already known for bastardizing childhood franchises, and a director who can only be described as making subpar sequels and attempts at originality. That's a nice way of saying it. Another way of saying it is they're the cinematic version of a team-up between the Grinch and George W. Bush. The question then becomes, what would this dynamic duo do with yet another beloved 80s franchise? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and unfortunately it does include spoilers, because what the writers did for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was take bits and pieces of iconic recent action films and rehash them to make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And that includes previous Michael Bay projects. So what I'm going to do for you real schoolers is a little side-by-side comparison. What you can expect in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and where you've maybe seen it before. We start with our young protagonists. They feel stuck in their life, but they know if they can just get this one thing, that they will finally get the respect they deserve. Only days later, they're in the wrong place at the wrong time and witness something out of this world. When they tell those around them, nobody believes them, and so their story begins to look like insane ramblings. They find themselves in trouble, but our otherworldly heroes save them at the last minute, and through exposition explain to them that the protagonist's family was always linked to our strange heroes, so their meeting was always destined. Do we get the picture? And that's just the first half hour. So let's skip ahead a little. In the end, our group of heroes has to stop the main antagonist from releasing poison over New York City. Did I mention that the climax happens on the rooftop of a metropolis and that Shredder is a giant robot? Anyone who expected anything different from this film simply because Michael Bay only produced this film has to still expect the full Bayhem experience. What that means is you can expect the action sequences to be long and ridiculous, the heroes trying to be funny but they never shut up, and what I can only assume was Martin Lawrence in a fat suit. Basically, everything goes too far to the point of lunacy, kind of like my last joke. That sadly includes what I have praised in past Michael Bay projects. The character design. The filmmakers, character designers, and animators at least got the characteristics of the turtles right. The personalities are there. But when it comes to what they're wearing, there's almost too much detail. Sure, Mikey's still the surfer dude, but giving him sunglasses that he never wears and a seashell necklace, he seems like a douchebag that works at Abercrombie and Finch. And yeah, Donatello's still the brain, but you don't have to load him up with gadgets like Egon from Ghostbusters. He even had tape in the middle of his glasses. Where do you even find prescription glasses for a giant mutant turtle? I, however, as a child of the 80s, even had a problem with some of the voice actors, as Johnny Knoxville doesn't exactly inspire leadership, and Tony Shalhoub didn't really sound like the Splinter I knew. Honestly, Tony Shalhoub? What, the rest of the Wings cast wasn't available? I mean, Tim Daly even voiced Superman, but oh, I'm sorry. Does it actually remind them too much of their current living situation? Alright, enough of me making fun of people who make a lot more money than I do. But that's the theme of this review, enough, as the filmmakers could never tell when it was enough and when enough was enough. I mentioned it earlier, there is a strange new prevalent theme of heroes always being destined to be heroes. It's never enough for them to just stumble upon it. And changing mythologies to force destiny on these characters isn't enough to make it better. It wasn't enough to let April be rescued or for her to discover the Ninja Turtles. Oh no, her father had to create them, and at one time she had to consider them pets. The guy sitting behind me in the theater, I think, put it perfectly. This is word for word his reaction when that part of the story came up. Oh, f*** off. Well, that sums it up perfectly, don't you think? But trust me when I say it could have been a lot worse. We could have had alien turtles. We could have had direct. But believe me when I say it should have been infinitely better. I think calling it a bad movie is really a disservice. Mind-numbingly stupid are the words that come to mind. Oh yeah, 2 more. Burn it. Poll question, who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? And if you hadn't guessed, I'm wearing purple as a hint. As always, leave your answers in the comment section below. But until next time, school's out.